Hey guys, this is Spartan 117GW. Of course, we have an unloaded Marussian 5.7. This is FN 5.7, distributed exclusively through Spartan Imports. Now, this is a really cool gun. Like I mentioned before, I got to shoot the real one, and I can say this one is a very, very authentic replica. It has basically a full, ABS, like a polymer plastic frame and body, so it's very, very light. Of course, like I said, all the weight comes from the mags. It's a really beefy mag. You're gonna get somewhere around like 20 rounds in here, so make sure you guys, when you're filling it up, you're gonna get about 20 rounds in there, so don't overfill it. But it's definitely a really cool pistol. Has a very unique texture to it. If you guys have never seen the 5.7, it also has a very high bore, so it's kind of different than other guns like a 1911 or anything like that. So very interesting design. And what's actually kind of cool is how the sights are very, I guess you could say they're very defined, very distinct. Like, they're still pistol sights, but they're very more fine-tuned, I guess. And it's cool, you can definitely adjust the windage on the rear sights as well. Also has a ambidextrous safety selector, which is actually kind of cool right where it is, because it basically allows you to manipulate everything with the firing hand. Of course, there's no safety back here, it's all up here. So it's kind of cool. You can use your main shooting finger and operate the safety like so. If you're going for the draw or something like that, it's pretty much right there. So that way you don't have to worry about manipulating something in the rear of the gun. Also, too, as you can see, slide locks the rear. Now, the slide lock, is only on the left side. Now, one thing I noticed, if you have really, really big hands, the mag release sticks out a lot. I can't remember exactly if that's exactly how it is on the real steel one, but the thing that I found is that sometimes when I got a really aggressive grip, I accidentally press down on it because it protrudes from the gun so much. But that was just only a small gripe, because I was just messing around with the gun once or twice and I was like, oh, why is the mag coming out? And it was really more just because just the way my grip was, I was just happened to be pressing on it just ever so slightly, especially with gloves, because sometimes I just couldn't feel that. I was just trying to figure out what it was, but that was just one small little gripe. But other than that, it's definitely a really cool gun. It's getting a lot of range and accuracy out of it. As you saw, we were messing around with it at Game Pod. It's a really cool design. So if you guys aren't familiar with the 5.7, it's known as one of the more accurate, high velocity, rifle, cartridge, and a pistol type configurations that's out there, which makes it a very cool and unique gun, since everyone and their mother has an M9 or a 1911. Definitely really cool. And the fact that it runs off C02, all you have to do is unscrew that. I recommend using I guess you could say the bigger size, flathead, because if you use a small one, you might not catch it very well, so you want to use a big, beefy flathead when you're unscrewing this. And what's actually cool is that, with some other CO2 guns, when you're screwing it in, you feel like you're losing a little bit of air, but this one just screws straight in, real fast, real quick. You're really not going to lose any air. And I tell you, I think the amount of shots you're going to get out of one cartridge is amazing. Probably 3-4 mags, somewhere in that neighborhood. And you also have this, standard little valve axis right there in case you need to tighten something up. Overall, really awesome pistol. Like I said, I had a chance to use it at Game Pod. Was actually quite impressed how it performs. Big fan of the 5.7 just because it's a very unique pistol. Real quick, pardon, I got a little bit of a cold, but we're going to go over the disassembly because it's actually kind of cool. So, as you see, you got this little piece right here, and it's part of the disassembly system. All you're going to do is basically just slide that back, and the slide, you're going to bring it back just a little bit, and it's just going to pop off. There you go. Took me a couple tries. As you see, it slides off really easy, and this is actually the important part, because this is where you're going to adjust your hop up. Clockwise adds hop, counterclockwise lowers the hop down. Just going to give you a nice tight shot of that right there. So as you see, there's a little silver saucer, silver disc that's got little, like I say, teeth that kind of go around the edge of it. That's what you're going to use to adjust the hop up. So when you're trying to get this sucker zeroed in, that's going to do it. It has a very precise hop up, so you can really, really dial it in. So it's not like a lot of guns where it's kind of got a very vague hop up system. This one's very nice and precise, and sometimes it might take a couple rotations of the hop up beam to get it corrected. Make sure you guys check it out. That is the disassembly. I'm going to put it back together real quick. All you do, slide the frame on top, bring the button back, all right, and then once you kind of got the slide in there, you can go ahead and slide the button forward. As you can see, quick, go ahead and do your function check. All right, fires. safe, squeeze, yep, so we already tested that. Slide lock, slide release, alright. And that's one thing that's kind of important too, whenever you're disassembling your guns, when you're cleaning or whatever, do a functions check. Of course, make sure it's not loaded. This one just has CO2 in it, there's no ammo. And you know, make sure you're checking the chamber and make sure you're doing applying all the fundamentals. You know, and just making sure everything works on the gun. You know, the slide, the safety, you know, and the trigger. There's like so, because it's got CO2 in it. You know, slide lock, mag release, so forth, just to make sure it's working in one piece. So make sure you guys check it out. Marushin 57. And this is made by Marushin, so make sure you guys check it out. It has that nice Japanese attention to detail to it. So make sure you guys check it out. It's distributed exclusively through Spartan Imports. Big thanks to those guys for providing this for the review. Make sure you guys check it out, and see you guys on the battlefield. Do the shooting test and see how it performs. He's down. Tango down. Alright, cool beans.
I'm James C. Burns and play Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. It's time for you to subscribe to Spartan 117GW, baby.
Elite Force BBs, that's what's in my mag. Thanks for watching.